This video is about three men who stood for Canada and protected constitutional legitimacy and democratic accountability: Alex Cullen, Elijah Harper, and Clyde Wells. They resisted efforts to quietly change fundamental Canadian structures. Canada remembers their stand. Clyde Wells forced the Meech Lake Accord into open national debate, preventing major constitutional restructuring from passing through closed-door political negotiations. This ensured Canadians could debate the country's future constitutional structure in public scrutiny. Elijah Harper stopped the Meech Lake Accord by refusing unanimous consent in the Manitoba legislature. His actions were a defining moment of constitutional accountability, reinforcing that constitutional legitimacy requires democratic process and public accountability. In 1992, Canadians rejected the Charlottetown Accord in a national referendum. This demonstrated that the people hold ultimate authority over fundamental constitutional change, and restructuring cannot be imposed from above. Alex Cullen voted against the Bob Rae's social contract legislation. This contract was seen by many as treating negotiated rights as flexible administrative interests that governments could suspend. Cullen's stand was a resistance to centralized authority overriding democratic accountability. A major concern was that rights were shifting from binding protections to sentiments subject to political reinterpretation. Instead of firm constitutional restraints, rights became things to be balanced, adjusted, suspended, or reinterpreted based on policy and administrative priorities. Canada's constitutional structure is designed around limits on concentrated power, including Parliament, the Crown, the courts, federalism, juries, due process, and protected civil liberties. The nation was never intended to be a system where centralized authority stands above the people. Restructuring efforts have included the Meech Lake and Charlottetown Accords, the social contract era, and the expansion of administrative and emergency executive authority. These attempts aim to transfer power away from elected representatives. However, individuals have consistently resisted these changes. Canada's constitutional structure relies on limits to concentrated power through institutions like Parliament, the Crown, the courts, and federalism, as well as protections like due process and civil liberties. It was designed to prevent centralized executive authority from standing above the people. Three more restructuring attempts include centralization through public health frameworks, the transfer of power toward the courts, and attempts to override the constitutional role of the Crown. Public resistance, like the Freedom Convoy, has become an obstacle to these efforts. Restructuring attempts seek to centralize executive authority through emergency powers, shift power from Parliament to the courts, and detach executive authority from constitutional restraints connected to the Crown, leading to a concentration of power. History honors both those who sought to restructure the nation and those who stood in the way. The struggles surrounding Meech Lake, Charlottetown, the social contract, and emergency governance are defining moments in modern Canadian constitutional history. You can reach Alex Cullen on Twitter. You can also reach Clyde Wells via email. Elijah Harper passed away in 2016, but his role in stopping the Meech Lake Accord to ensure Indigenous voices in democratic debate were heard is remembered.